Hello and welcome to CatScan, where nobody wants a dirty old cup anyway. Okay, that's a lie. The Arizona Wildcats lost the Territorial Cup last Friday at Arizona Stadium by way of a 41-34 defeat to rival ASU. But I guess that's what happens when you turn the ball over 4 times and have a punt blocked. Now, besides Kadeem Carey, who you may have heard is the nation's leading rusher, he went off for 172 yards and a score. But other than that, not much went right for the Arizona offense. Matt Scott, the senior, completed fewer than half his passes while throwing 3 interceptions. No Arizona receiver topped the 100-yard mark, and the Wildcats' longest play from scrimmage was just 40 yards. It was a struggle to move the ball against Arizona State's defense, and you have to give the Sun Devils some credit for that. But the mistakes were just killers. 28 of ASU's 41 points came off of Arizona turnovers, and another 7 were a direct result of the blocked punt. Now, the Devils did their job in taking advantage of Arizona's miscues, but without them, this is very much a different game, and likely a comfortable victory for Arizona. Because, really, the Wildcats were and are the better team. And what's disappointing about this game, besides just losing the Territorial Cup, is that it's the first time all season Arizona lost to an inferior opponent. Oregon? Makes sense. Oregon State? Fine. Stanford? Understandable. UCLA? It happens. But ASU entered this game having beaten all of 0 teams heading for a bowl game, and Arizona should have come away with a win. But alas, the Wildcats did not, falling to 7-5 on the season with a 4-5 mark in the Pac-12. It's disappointing given the fact that the season could have been better, but when you take a step back, you realize how much of a success year 1 of the Rich Rod era has been. Just to give some perspective, let's take a few steps back and see what I was saying before the season began. So the team Rich Rod takes over has some talent. It's not Stoops-level talent when he took over, but the cupboard is more bare than full. It'll take time for Rich Rod to get his system in place and to get the Wildcats back to the bowl games. And that's where patience becomes the operative word for Arizona. Yeah, about that. The Wildcats won 7 games. They beat Oklahoma State and USC and came very close to knocking off Oregon State and Stanford. No, the season did not finish the way anyone had hoped, but if you can't see how this program is heading in the right direction, I quite simply don't know what to tell you. So now we wait and see where the Wildcats will be going bowling, with the possibilities being San Francisco, Las Vegas, or New Mexico. My money's on Sin City, but we'll know for sure this Sunday. As for hoops, the basketball team is coming off a dominant win over Northern Arizona, and now hits the road for the first time all year. It'll be interesting to see how the team fares away from McKale Center, but so far Sean Miller's crew appears to improve with every outing, which is a scary thought when you consider how good they currently are. Now there will be nights where they don't play so well, and there will be some losses along the way. But as long as the Cats can keep out of trouble off the court, and Miller can manage the minutes on the floor, this is most definitely a team that will make some noise in March. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of CatScan. For more on the Wildcats, you can check out the podcast I co-host with Jarrett Carlin called Bearing Down. And for those who just can't get enough of me, I suggest you follow me on Twitter @TheAdamGreen. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week, right here on ArizonaSports.com.